And welcome back to SparkTalk Gaming. And today we will be playing our wildcard matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks are one of the best teams in the NFL, have one of the best offenses in the NFL, and they are led by probably a top five quarterback, definitely maybe a top three quarterback in Russell Wilson. He's been phenomenal this year. Had a little rough patch in the middle of the season, but he's been on fire here of late. Madden has him ranked as the second best quarterback in the league, and we're going to have to keep him contained throughout this game and not allow him to get big plays to DK Metcalf and to Tyler Lockett. We're also going up against Carlos Hyde. Chris Carson is out with a torn labrum for 3 more weeks, and that's going to be big in this game. If we can stop their running game, make them one-dimensional. Seattle has been really bad when you're able to stop their run. Also, like I said, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Josh Gordon will be in this game. Also, they have David Moore, who's been a really good deep threat for them of late of the last 2 years. And then we won't be playing the former Chicago Bear, Greg Olsen. He is still out with a compound foot fracture for 3 more weeks. And so is Will Dissly. So we will be playing their second and fourth string, or their third and fourth string tight ends, Jacob Hosteler and Colby Parkinson. And obviously their best offensive linemen, Dwayne Brown and Mike Upati, both on the left sides, but they still have some holes in their offensive line at center, at right guard, and at right tackle. So the Bears pass rush has to get going in this game if we want to win this game. Also, the Bears on the offensive end, they need to get the ground game going. This defense has been pretty solid on the ground throughout the year, but also has led up some big games. Snacks Harrison, Carlos Dunlap lead that defense on the defensive line. Also, this defense is led by its linebacking core with rookie Jordan Brooks on the left side, one of the best linebackers in the league, and Bobby Wagner. Madden has him ranked as the number 1 middle linebacker in the league. And you have his partner in crime in KJ Wright on the right side. This linebacking core is absolutely amazing, and this linebacking core will be key to stopping this Bears run game today. Then you have the Seattle secondary, the weak part of this defense. Shaquille Griffin, Quentin Dunbar, Quandre Diggs, and Jamal Adams need to step up for this defense if they want to get a win against a red hot Mitchell Trubisky, and this man right here needs to step up huge in this game. And let's get this wild card matchup started in the snow in Seattle, Washington. This is the Bears' 6th playoff appearance since 2000. This is the Seahawks' 8th appearance since Russell Wilson's been their starting quarterback since the 2011-2012 season. This is a rarity for the Bears, but the last 3 out of 4 times they have played the Seahawks and won both of their matchups. Can they win this game today? We will see. We have a red-hot Bears offense who has put up 30 points in their last 5 matchups versus a very good Seattle Seahawks offense with a star quarterback, with a star receiver, and we'll see what happens here. This Seattle defense has been pretty poor. This Bears defense has been pretty poor of late. We will see which defense holds up in this game. That will be the key in who wins this matchup. And we'll see what happens here. Bears have been pretty dominant over Seattle in playoff matchups. And let's get this wildcard matchup underway. Pat O'Donnell kicks it off to start this matchup to DJ Reed Jr. And DJ Reed Jr. takes it from the 1, and he gets tackled at the 25-yard line. This game should be fun in the snow. And here comes Russell Wilson. Interceptions are high this year for him, but he's been having a great year besides the slump at the middle of the year. We'll see how he does in this postseason game. Can he bring the Seahawks back to the Super Bowl? So 1st and 10, Russell Wilson in the pistol, and he hikes it, and he hands it off to Carlos Hyde, and Carlos Hyde picks up about 5 on the play. This Bears run defense has to step up in this game if they want to slow down the Seattle offense. 2nd and 5, Seattle back in the pistol, and he throws a quick slant out to DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf has shown up this year in a huge way. One of the best receivers in the NFL. And it's another weapon that the Bears have to slow down in this one. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson in the gun. He sends Jacob Hollister in the motion and hands off to Carlos Hyde. And Robert Quinn makes a really good play at the line of scrimmage, only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8, Russell Wilson back in the pistol. And he hikes it, he drops back, and he gets it out to Cody Parkinson, and he drops the football. It will be 4th and 8, and Matt Dickinson will come on the punt for Seattle, and he punts it away to Anthony Miller, and Anthony Miller just steps out of bounds, doesn't get a gain on the play, and here comes Mitchell Trubisky. He's been red hot of late, has led the Bears to 5 straight 30-point games, has a 20-touchdown season. We'll see how he does in this game, in his second playoff game of his career. 1st and 10, Bears Trubisky back in the gun, and he throws a slant out, and it was a bad decision there. He should have just handed it off to Cordell Patterson. Almost a pick 6 on the first play of the game. 2nd and 10, Trubisky drops back, play actions, and gets it out to Anthony Miller for a gain of about 7 on the play. See if the Bears can pick up this 3rd down, and they do on 3rd and 2. Good run there by Cordell Patterson. They're going to have to get him involved in this game more to keep David Montgomery fresh throughout these playoffs. 1st and 10, Trubisky back in the gun, and he hikes the ball, and it looks like a shovel pass, and he gets lit up by Bobby Wagner. I could have been a bad situation there for the Bears, but Trubisky held on to the football. 2nd and 13, Trubisky sends Graham in the motion to the left side, and David Montgomery's first snap of the game, and he hands out to David Montgomery, and David Montgomery got some room, picks up a huge gain to make this a 3rd and short for the Bears and a 3rd and manageable. Trubisky back under center in the I formation, and he fakes it to David Montgomery and gets it out to David Montgomery. David Montgomery picks up the 1st down for the Bears, and this Bears offense is starting to move on the Seattle defense. 1st and 10, Trubisky back under center, another play action to David Montgomery, and he gets the ball out to J.P. Holtz, and another good gain by the Bears. This Bears offense is starting to flow right now, and the Seattle defense was worrisome coming in, and it's looking worrisome to start the game. 1st and 10, Trubisky gets out to Cordell Patterson, and he fumbles the football. I think he was down on the play, but he fumbled the football. It's ruled a fumble at the moment, and the booth will take a review of this. And I think he was down, but was double-checked to make sure, and his knee was clearly down when that ball was let go. So this will stay the Bears' ball, and the Bears get a break. Cordell Patterson has to hold on to the football with better security from now on going through this game. 1st and 10, Trubisky gets it out to Anthony Miller, and he fumbles as well. This is a weather game, and the Bears are not showing to taking care of the football well at all. 2nd and 7, Trubisky back under center, and David Montgomery gets the football. It gets about 4 on the play to make this a 3rd and short. So it's 3rd and 3. Trubisky back under center, has been very good under center in this last 5 games since he's took back the starting role. And he gets it out, and he gets hit on the play. The Bears fell on 3rd down. They sent out Andy Pinheiro for a 44-yard field goal in the snow. And can he make it? It looks good, and it is good. The Bears take a 3-point lead in the first quarter. So we'll see what Seattle does on their second drive of the game. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson under center, and they hand it off to Carlos Hyde, and he picks about 8 on the play. This Seattle team is committed to the run at the moment, and I don't blame them. The Bears' run defense has been really bad this year. 2nd and 4, he hands it off again to Carlos Hyde, and Carlos Hyde picks up about 3 to make this a 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches for Seattle. Russell Wilson back in the gun. He drops back, and it's almost intercepted by Deshaun Gibson. Seattle is forced to punt. The Bears get the ball back. On their first play, they hand it off to David Montgomery, and he picks up about 15 on the play. David Montgomery is gashing this Seattle defensive line right now. 1st and 10, Trubisky back under center, and he looks like he's going to hand the ball off to David Montgomery, and David Montgomery is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. What a play by Bobby Wagner. They're going to have him step up in this game, big in this game, because this defensive line is not playing well so far. Second and 8, Trubisky scrambling, and what a catch by Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson is going to have to come up big in this game, and what a throw by Trubisky, using his legs to get outside the pocket and hit Allen Robinson for a big gain. First and 10, Trubisky backs up, and he is intercepted by Quandre Diggs. Not a good throw by Trubisky, and just a great play here by Quandre Diggs. He reads the play perfectly. He knew it was coming. He ran the route for Allen Robinson and just picks off Mitchell Trubisky on the play. So first and 10, Russell Wilson back in the empty. He drops back, and he is sacked on the play. Akeem Hicks has finally shown up, and he gets a sack on Russell Wilson, the first sack of the game. Third and 15, Russell Wilson back in the gun. They are backed up right now, and he is sacked again by Bilal Nichols. The Bears are getting interior pressure at the start of this game. If this keeps up, it's going to be a long day for Seattle. First and 10, Trubisky sends Jimmy Graham into motion. He sends it back into motion, hikes the football, and David Montgomery has a big gain, and he gets a huge gain. Gets about, 25 on the play. This Bears run game is really hurting the Seattle defense right now, and now we end the first quarter of play. First and 10, first play of the second quarter. Trubisky drops back, and he throws it deep to Allen Robinson, and it is caught. What a play by Chicago. Trubisky hasn't been that good on deep balls, but they're going to have him throw some deep balls in the playoffs if they want to go win a Super Bowl. A great play by Allen Robinson to go up and get the football. Second and goal, Trubisky drops back. He has some time in the pocket, throws it to Cole Kmet, and he gets tackled at the 1-yard line. Good stop there by Diggs to stop him before he gets into the end zone. Third and goal for Chicago. Trubisky back in an empty set. The play clock's running down on him. He snaps the football, and he gets it out to Allen Robinson, and he gets a touchdown. The Bears are up 9 right now, and this Bears offense is really cooking at the moment, and the Seattle defense is playing really bad, and this was a focal point, the secondary. 2 big plays by the Bears, and Eddie Pinheiro trying to make this a 10-point game, and he shanks the extra point. This will stay a 9-point game for the Bears. That could come up huge later in the game. So first and 10, third possession of the Seahawks. Russell Wilson back in the gun, fakes it to Carlos Hyde, and he gets it out to Cody Parkinson for a gain of about 9 on the play. Russell Wilson's going to have to get going in this game, down by 9 early. Hands it off to Carlos Hyde, and he picks up the first down. Good play there by Roquan Smith to clog the hole, but Carlos Hyde was able to fight for a first down on the play. First and 10, Russell Wilson drops back, and he hits DK Metcalf on a in route. DK Metcalf has made the biggest plays of the game so far for Seattle, and he's going to have to continue to have a great game if Seattle wants to come back into this. First and 10, Seattle back in the gun, and he gets it out to DK Metcalf. What was going on there? Jalen Johnson looked like he went on a nickel blitz. Russell Wilson read it perfectly and throws it to DK Metcalf. Nobody catches him, and they score a touchdown. They're only down by 2 at the moment. Huge play for Seattle. And then on the first play of the next drive for the Bears, they get a false start penalty that pushes them back. This could be a momentum swing that we're seeing at this moment. Second and 12. Trubisky hands out to Cordero Patterson. He picks up about 8 on the play. See if this Bears can get this drive going and stop this momentum of Seattle. Third and 3. Trubisky sends Patterson out in the motion. Nobody's guarding him at the moment. We'll see if Trubisky recognizes it. He gets it out, and he gets it out to him. He recognized it, and the Bears pick up the first down on the play. Quentin Dunbar with the tackle. This Bears offense is really shredding this defense right now. First and 10, Trubisky backs up. He uses his feet again, and he gets it out to Anthony Miller. Trubisky using his feet in this game has really made some big plays for Chicago. Second and 7, Trubisky back under center, hands it off to David Montgomery. He breaks the tackle. He breaks another tackle, and he could go all the way. Touchdown for the Bears. The Bears get another touchdown, 3 straight touchdowns for the Bears. Or 2 straight touchdowns for the Bears. David Montgomery is really destroying this the Seattle defense at the moment. They cannot stop this man at all. What a huge play by the Bears. They get momentum back on their side. The Bears have been really destroying the Seattle defense. A lot of it is under center, and just poor tackling here on the part of Quandre Diggs to not get the tackle on David Montgomery, and David Montgomery takes it to the house. David Montgomery has been phenomenal in this 5-game stretch, and we'll see if Eddie Pinheiro can hit the extra point this time, and he sneaks it in there, almost missed it that time. The Bears still have a 9-point lead, under 4 minutes left in the first half. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson under center, sends Tyler Lockett in the motion, hands it off to Carlos Hyde, and a stop by Roquan Smith. He's been playing really good this year, best season of his career so far. 2nd and 10, Russell Wilson drops back the pass, and he hits Philip Dorsett for a 8-yard gain. This Seattle offense has to keep the momentum on their side. 3rd and 3. They do a screen pass. Carlos Hyde breaks the tackle, and he picks up the first down. Poor tackling there by Roquan Smith, and Carlos Hyde picks up the first down. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson sends somebody in motion. He hands it off to Carlos Hyde, and he picks up about 8 on the play. 2nd and 4, Russell Wilson sends, I think, DK Metcalf in the motion again, and he hands off to Carlos Hyde, and he picks up about 10 on the play. Seattle really needs to keep this run game up. Carlos Hyde's having some huge runs, and that will send us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half. The Bears have a 9-point lead. See if Seattle can do something in this 2-minute drill. And he gets it out to DK Metcalf. The first play after the 2-minute warning picks up a 26-yard gain. DK Metcalf has been phenomenal so far for Seattle. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson drops back for Seattle, gets out to DK Metcalf again. He breaks a tackle, and he gets about 9 on the play. DK Metcalf is just going off in this game. 2nd and 1, Russell Wilson gets it out here to Philip Dorsett once again for a first down. It's 1st and goal, and Seattle will call their first timeout of the half. And it's 1st and go, 49 seconds left in the half. Russell Wilson back in the gun. He gets the ball, gets a slant out to Tyler Lockett, and is broken up by Buster Screen on the play. 2nd and go. Russell Wilson gets the ball out, and he gets it out to not Greg Olsen, Jacob Hollister, and he gets up to about the 2. And Seattle was forced to call their second timeout of the half with 43 seconds left. Russell Wilson back under center. And he drops back, and he gets it out to Tyler Lockett for a touchdown. Seattle is down by 2 going in the half. What a way to end the half for Seattle, down 9 early. They get back in the game. They're down by 2. Let's see if this Bears offense decides to be aggressive like last week against Green Bay. See if they go for 3 points, or see if they take a knee and take this game in the half up by 2 and not make any mistakes, especially in a weather game. Let's see what Matt Nagy wants his team to do here. So it's 1st and 10. Mr. Trubisky fakes it to David Montgomery, and he gets it out to Darnell Mooney and is broken up by Shaquille Griffin on the play. 2nd and 10. Mr. Trubisky back in the empty. Looks like Nagy's going to be aggressive, and he gets out to Cordero Patterson, a very risky pass, and Cordero Patterson picks up about 18. The Bears call their second timeout of the half with 23 seconds left. And Nagy's just being aggressive like he was last week. He got them the win. That was a crucial drive at the end of the half. Let's see if it ends up being crucial here. Trubisky drops back, and he gets it out to Anthony Miller, and it is broken up. What a hit. But there was a flag on the play, illegal touching on Cole Kmet. He came back in for being out of bounds, was the first person to touch it. That will be a loss on the play for the Bears. 2nd and 10. Trubisky drops back, fakes it to David Montgomery again, and he gets hit while he throws it. and it was almost picked off. It could have been picked off again by Quandre Diggs. 3rd and 10, Trubisky drops back, and it is caught by Anthony Miller. What a catch to get the Bears down in field goal range with 5 seconds left. They called their last timeout, and Eddie Pinheiro with the chip shot field goal before half. Can he make it in this environment? The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. The Bears are up by 5 going into half. What a throw by Trubisky to Anthony Miller to set up that field goal before half to make this a touchdown game going into half. The Bears get the ball back in the second half, and they can double up points if they score on their first possession there. But the Bears have just been dominating on the ground, already 140 rushing yards. And you look there, Tampa Bay squeaks by Washington in a 3-point game. Tampa Bay will be moving on. Brady will be moving on to the next round. And his matchup will determine on how this game finishes for this game here. Bears win, they get the 1 seed, and Tampa Bay's matchup is either going to be the 2 seed or the 6 seed. But this first half here has just been a bunch of big plays back and forth. So first play of the second half, Trubisky hands off to David Montgomery, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, only getting a 1 on the play. Seattle really has to stop this Bears run game if they want to get back into this game. Trubisky gets out to Anthony Miller, and he picks up about 8, making it a 3rd and manageable. Really good start here for the Seattle defense to force a 3rd down on the first drive of the game, or the second half. And Trubisky gets it out to Anthony Miller, and he drops it. The inconsistencies of Anthony Miller continue, makes a great play at the end of the second half, and then drops a huge 3rd down conversion that would have kept the chains moving. So first possession for Seattle of the second half, they hand it off to Carlos Hyde, and he picks up about 1 on the play. It's been an inconsistent ground game for Seattle. 2nd and 9, Russell Wilson drops back, hits DK Metcalf. He's continuing his hot game from the hot start in the first half. 3rd and 3, Russell Wilson gets it out to DK Metcalf, and he's just really eating up this Bears defense. He's lining up anywhere he wants to. He has 7 receptions, 137 yards. It's just the start of the third quarter. 1st and 10, Seattle hands it off, and what a hit by Danny Trevathan. What a stop in the backfield. What a hit by the veteran linebacker for the Bears. 2nd and 12, Russell Wilson back in the gun, a screenplay, gets it out to Carlos Hyde, and it is read perfectly by Danny Trevathan. 2 back-to-back plays. Great back-to-back plays by Danny Trevathan. 3rd and 14, see if Seattle can convert this. Russell Wilson drops back in the gun. He gets it out to Philip Dorsett, and they can't pick up the first down. A promising drive ended by a great play, by 2 great plays by Danny Trevathan. 1st and 10 for Chicago. Trubisky on the center pitches it out to David Montgomery, and David Montgomery has room, and he picks up about 15. David Montgomery is really eating up this Seattle defense. 138 yards, and it's just the start of the third quarter. It's just a DK Metcalf and David Montgomery game, just a matchup between those two at the moment. And Patterson picks up about 10 on the play. He's having a good game on the ground as well. 1st and 10, Chicago, Trubisky back in the gun. He sends Anthony Miller into motion, but the play clock runs out. That's just a drive killer. You can't have those in the postseason. Trubisky, now aware of the play clock, lose 5 on the play. That could be a drive killer. 2nd and 12, Trubisky back in the gun, and he can't get it out to Cole Kmet. Good break up there by Seattle. 3rd and 12, Trubisky back in the gun. He drops back, has time, and it is intercepted by Bobby Wagner. What a play by one of the best linebackers in the league to give his team the ball with great field position. Just reads the pass perfectly, runs the route, and intercepts the football. Another great play by Seattle on defense. This defense is really stepping up in the second half. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson in the gun, pump fakes it, throws it out, and it is intercepted by Buster Screen. Back-to-back plays with back-to-back interceptions. What a play by Buster Screen. What an athletic play by Buster Screen. You pay him to make those plays. He's been inconsistent on the year, but just an incredible play to pick off Russell Wilson, and his interception woes continue in this game. Just pump fakes it and just throws a bad football. Just lobs it up there, and just an amazing grab here by Buster Screen. I don't think he saw him on the play, but just an amazing play there by Buster Screen. 1st and 10 after the interception. Trubisky hands it off to David Montgomery. Picks up about 5 on this play. And this Bears team can really eat the clock with this ground game, because Seattle just can't stop it. 2nd and 3, Trubisky faces David Montgomery, and he throws it deep, takes a deep shot, and it is dropped by Anthony Miller, his 2nd drop of the half. That would have been a huge play for Chicago, but he drops it. It's 3rd and 3. We'll see if Chicago can pick this up. Trubisky changes the play at the line of scrimmage. He fakes it to David Montgomery, rolls out to his right, gets it out to Anthony Miller, and it is knocked out of his hands by Shaquille Griffin. A great pass break up there. Forces a 4th down. 1st and 10. We'll see if Seattle can get a drive going here. Russell Wilson drops back, gets out to Cody Parkinson, and picks up about 6 on the play. See if Seattle can get this going here. It's 3rd and 4. We'll see if they can convert this. This is a crucial 3rd down here. Russell Wilson drops back. He gets out to Cody Parkinson, and he converts the 3rd down. Seattle's finally getting this ball moving in the second half. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson sends Carlos Hyde in motion there. He drops back the pass, and he rolls out to his left and gets out to DK Metcalf for a gain of 9. Jalen Johnson is having troubles with DK Metcalf in this game, and Russell Wilson just keeps going to him. Second and 2. Wilson sends Hollister in the motion, and Carlos Hyde picks up a 1st down. Carlos Hyde's been running tough in this game. He's having a solid game. 2nd and 9. Russell Wilson back in the gun. He gets the ball and just throws it away. Couldn't find anybody there. 3rd and 9. Russell Wilson back in the gun. He drops back, hits DK Metcalf, but it's incomplete. A nice hit by Roquan Smith to jar the ball loose. It's 4th and 9. They're attempting a 59-yard field goal here. Can he make it? And it's down the middle. Does it have the length? No, it does not. It comes up short. A miss there by Jason Myers. Just a foot short on the play. That could be very huge. They give the Bears great field position to start this next drive at the 50-yard line. Trubisky fakes it to David Montgomery, and he just misses a pass there. But that field goal could be huge in this game. 2nd and 10, they hand it off to David Montgomery, and they could stop there to keep them to a short gain on the play. And now we end the 3rd quarter. The Bears have a 5-point lead going into the 4th, and they score 3rd quarter. The defenses have stepped up in this game, and let's see if the defense steps up here. Trubisky rolls out to the right here. He rolls out. He's going to use his legs. Can he pick up the 1st down? And he does. Trubisky using his legs effectively in this game. Picks up a 1st down, and the Bears keep this drive alive. 1st and 10, Trubisky drops back, and he hits Allen Robinson on a slant. Picks up about 18 on the play. Allen Robinson having a really good game in this one. 1st and 10, Chicago. Trubisky back under center. He hands off to David Montgomery. David Montgomery has room, and what a tackle by Bobby Wagner. He's not going to let David Montgomery score again. He makes a great play. Bobby Wagner's been all over the field in this game. 2nd and 4, Trubisky under center. He changes the play at the line of scrimmage. See what he does here. He fakes it off to David Montgomery. He throws it up to Cole Kmet. He catches it, but he's out of bounds. Just a little bit late on the throw, forces him out of bounds. Trubisky, 3rd and 4, gets out to Kmet and picks up the 1st down. Bobby Wagner there again to make a tackle. He's playing lights out. Jamal Adams and Bobby Wagner, the Pro Bowl duo, making the tackle there. 1st and 10. And a false start on Alex Bars to set this drive back. That is a drive killer. If the Bears don't pick up a touchdown, it'll be due to that false start. Trubisky sends Anthony Miller into motion, and he gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage there. Just not a good play call, doing a jet sweep there. Mayola making the tackle for loss. Second and 17, Trubisky drops back on a play action. He rolls out to its left, and he breaks a tackle, and he's fighting for more yards. Gets to the 5-yard line. Trubisky's not giving up on this drive. This drive's going to be huge in this game. 3rd and 4, Chicago. Trubisky back in the gun. He drops back. He has time in the pocket. He rolls out again, and he stops. He has room to run. He stops. He goes forward and gets sacked. Mayola makes another great play on Trubisky in the last 3 plays to stop this 3rd down conversion. The Bears are going to have to kick a field goal. Just nice, smart play by Trubisky. He could have ran for a 1st down. Instead, he dropped back trying to look for a receiver and gets sacked on the play. Eddie Pinheiro with a chip shot field goal. We'll see if he can make it. And he does. The Bears are up by 8 with just over 5.5 minutes to go in this wild card matchup here. But just mental errors by the Bears. A false start, then Trubisky not running for a 1st down. Just mental errors by Chicago, and the Seattle defense takes advantage of it. They've been playing amazing, and we'll see if Russell Wilson can step up now. Defense has stepped up. Can Russell Wilson now step up and lead his team to a victory? 1st and 10. Russell Wilson back in the gun. He drops back, gets it out to Philip Dorsett again. That's his 2nd favorite target in this game. Philip Dorsett's speed has been really useful in this one. 2nd and 3. Russell Wilson back in the empty. He drops back, throws to DK Metcalf, and DK Metcalf has room, and he could go all the way. A touchdown by DK Metcalf. He is destroying Jalen Johnson. Just destroyed him on that slant route. Takes it to the house. Seattle down by 2. They're going to go for 2 to try to tie this game up. An amazing play by DK Metcalf. Changes the momentum of this game. 2-point conversion. Russell Wilson back in the gun. Drops back. Nobody's open. And it is intercepted by Roquan Smith and gets tackled. But what a game-changing play by DK Metcalf. This Bears offense now has to pick it up. They've been stagnant this whole second half. Let's see what they do. 1st and 10. Trubisky under center. Sends Allen Robinson into motion. He hands out to David Montgomery. And what a great play by KJ Wright. Batman and Robin back there for Seattle are making great plays in the second half. 2nd and 8. Trubisky back under center. And he drops back. And it's bounced off of the defender's head. Anthony Miller wasn't looking. Just not a good throw by Trubisky. This offense is imploding. 3rd and 8. Trubisky drops back. And he can't find any room to run. He is sacked by Mayola. Mayola in the last 2 drives has been phenomenal. He sacks Trubisky, forcing a 4th and 22. 1st and 10 for Seattle on their next drive. See if they can take the lead. This is huge. Just over 3 left. Russell Wilson gets out to Philip Dorsett. And the time keeps ticking. There's only 3 minutes left in this game. 2nd and 2, Russell Wilson under center. And he drops back and gets it out to DK Metcalf. And it is broken up by Jalen Johnson. The one time he gets him on it, it's a huge play. It forces a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Russell Wilson drops back. And he hits DK Metcalf again. And Jalen Johnson gets burned again on a slant route. And DK Metcalf takes it to the house. He is killing him. DK Metcalf is having an all-time playoff performance in this game. Gives Seattle the lead. 1st and 10, David Montgomery gets a couple on the play. About to come up to the 2-minute warning. They hand off again. And DK Metcalf runs into Jimmy Graham. That will take us to the 2-minute warning with the Bears down by 5. Can the Bears come back after leading the entire game? Let's see if Trubisky can get this 2-minute drill going. He drops back on 3rd down. Picks up the 1st down with his legs. And this drive continues for the Bears in this 2-minute drill. He goes no huddle. And Trubisky drops back. Let's see what he does here. He throws it down the field to Allen Robinson. And it is broken up. Great play by Quentin Dunbar. So 2nd and 10. Trubisky back in the gun. See if he can continue the drive. He rolls out to his left. And it's intercepted. It is intercepted on the play. A terrible throw by Trubisky. Darius Randall intercepts the pass. He forced it into to Cordero Patterson. The Bears could lose this game. Carlos Hyde gets the carry there. The Bears have to stop him, use all their timeouts with a a minute and a half left in this game, but a terrible throw by Trubisky that could lose this game for the Bears. They could have left the Carlos Hyde again, and he is stopped in the backfield, forcing a 3rd and 8. Can Chicago stop this Seattle run game? It's up to this Bears defense to give them one more shot. Oh, no, it's not. Russell Wilson drops back. He's rolling out to his left. He can pick it up with his legs, and he does. Seattle wins the game. What just happened? The Bears are going to lose this game. Seattle is going to move on to the next round. Just a bad decision by Trubisky to force it in there. He could have thrown it away on 2nd down. But Seattle picks up the victory. Wow. The Bears lose this game after leading it until the 2-minute warning. What in the world happened? A great comeback by Seattle. This is an all-time classic game here. What an amazing game. What an amazing playoff performance by David Montgomery, by DK Metcalf. And the Bears season ends on an incredible game and 2 incredible plays by DK Metcalf on those slant routes. Just incredible. Wow, just an amazing game. The Bears season ends like that. 3 interceptions by Trubisky. A terrible one there at the end of the game. Probably should have kept it on the ground more. David Montgomery having 157 yards on the ground. That was incredible. DK Metcalf had 261 yards, three touchdowns, 10 receptions. Just an incredible game. All-time performance there by DK Metcalf. And the Bears pass rush did not get to Russell Wilson. They weren't able to keep him contained on that last play. And he just ran for a 1st down, picks it up. And that was the game there. Benson Mayola came up clutch on those final couple drives. And, wow, just an amazing game there. At the end there, amazing ending. Russell Wilson was able to lead his team. Was kind of stagnant there in the second half, but got the win there. Just an incredible win. Seattle moves on. Chicago will be going home. Just an incredible game by both teams. We will see if Trubisky gets re-signed. The offseason will be next episode. I think we're going to keep Matt Nagy, but we will see how the rest of this playoff shakes out. And the first game that we're going to go to is the Buffalo Bills at the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns absolutely dominated the Bills in this game. Josh Allen struggled throughout, 5 sacks for this Cleveland defense, and Baker Mayfield balled out. 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing. Josh Allen looked like he choked in the game. Both of the ground games couldn't get going at all, under 3 yards of carry for most of them. Austin Hooper absolutely dominated in this game. But the question is, can Josh Allen win the big games? He's now 0-2 in the postseason. And that's huge going forward. You need a franchise quarterback that can win those big games. And he didn't get it done in this game. And unfortunately, they go home as well. The Browns move on. And 3 sacks here by Myles Garrett. That's why you pick him first overall. 2 by Olivier Vernon. And they just came up huge in the game. Jarius White had an interception, all-pro cornerback. But that's just a terrible loss for Buffalo. Amazing season comes to an end in a blowout at home. Just a terrible way to end the season for Buffalo. And we'll see what they'll do in the offseason. I think one thing they got to go for is run defense. I think they got to stop the run. They're one of the worst in the league at it. And so we'll move on to the next game here. It's Baltimore at Pittsburgh. And what a great game. Baltimore coming back in the second half, scoring 15 straight points in the second half. Lamar Jackson had a pretty solid game. But Officer did not have a good game at all. Only 50 completion percentage, a 69 rating. The ground game got going here for both teams. Had a lot of people over 4 yards of carry. And Mark Andrews had a really good game in this one. It was a typical AFC North playoff game. Very low scoring, a lot of field goals, and the Ravens were able to come out with a victory in this game. Matthew Judon had a sack. T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward had a sack. The former Bear, Fernell McPhee, had a sack in this game. And we'll see. We'll see how both these teams play here, Cleveland and Baltimore. If they have to face each other, I'll put my bet on Baltimore to win those games. But just amazing game here by both of these teams. Really good games here to start the postseason. You had the Bears game versus Seattle. Came down to the wire. Great comeback by Seattle. Now you got a comeback here by Baltimore and taking home the win here. We'll move on to the next game. And Tennessee squeaks by Miami here. Another close matchup. They had to come back in this game. They were down 10-3 at the half, and that winning 20-17. Really good game here by Tua. Doesn't throw an interception. Really soft performance here by Ryan Tannehill. Not the best performance, but okay. They did not run the ball a lot with Derrick Henry. Only 13 carries, 54 yards. Probably should have gave the ball to him a lot more. Corey Davis went off in this game at over 100 yards receiving. And Tennessee, they're going to have to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry if they want to move forward in these playoffs. Because them facing Baltimore next week in that divisional round, if they can't get Derrick Henry going, they're not going to be able to win that game. Derrick Henry was huge last year when they played the Baltimore in the divisional round. So it's going to be a rematch of the divisional round from last year. Can Baltimore overcome them? They can, especially if if Tennessee only gives Derrick Henry 13 carries in this game. Instead, Stephen Gostkowski has had a really good year after having a terrible Week 1 performance against Denver. He's really stepped up his game after that, and we'll see how this game goes. We'll move on to the next game, and we'll be on the NFC side. We'll look at the game that we saw earlier, Tampa Bay versus Washington. Tampa Bay squeaks by. They had to have a 10-point fourth quarter. They were down in this game. They ended up coming back and winning it. An amazing performance here by Brady to get the comeback win. Alex Smith, this offense again was once again stagnant. He got sacked 5 times. That's been a huge thing for Washington this year, is this offense not getting going. But a huge game here on the ground by both teams. Over 100 yards for both the Tampa Bay running backs and over 100 yards for Antonio Gibson. So the ground games were able to get going, surprisingly, against both of these great defenses. But the better team, the better quarterback, ended up clutching it out. And I'm assuming they got a game-winning field goal at the last second here. That probably a really cool comeback to watch for Tom Brady to come back once again. Alex Smith cannot overcome Tom Brady in the postseason. 2 sacks by Shaquille Barrett. Thomas Davis Jr. or Sr. See if this is his last game of his career. Had a sack in it. Chase Young has a sack. We'll see how this game ends up here, but we'll see how this playoff shakes up here. But we'll see. Tampa Bay, if they have to play New Orleans here, I think New Orleans has the best of them, so they're really hoping that Arizona can knock off or can upset Green Bay in that 2 and 7 seed matchup, because Tampa Bay, we've seen this year, has absolutely been destroyed by New Orleans. New Orleans knows how to beat them, and if they can avoid New Orleans in this postseason, I think they have a really good shot to win the Super Bowl. If they've had to play Seattle, I think this defense is going to step up huge against Seattle. Our defense was able to step up huge, have us the lead throughout the game. So we'll move on to this next game. In an upset in Lambeau, Arizona pulls out a dominant win. Amazing game here by Kyler Murray. Aaron Rodgers, not so much. Interception, 3 sacks on him. Just not the best performance by Aaron Rodgers. Arizona gets the better of him. Amazing game here by Kenyon Drake, 6.7 yards a carry. And a lot of running in this game. A lot of people over 10 rushes. Kyler Murray not using his feet as much. But an amazing win here by Arizona. and we have the divisional round set up here. We have Arizona versus New Orleans to see if Arizona can get another upset, and then we're gonna have Tampa Bay versus Seattle. I like Tampa Bay's chances against Seattle, and I like a Tampa Bay New Orleans NFC Championship here going forward. But an amazing win here by this young Arizona team. Cliff Kingsbury making his playoff debut. Kyler Murray, his playoff debut, gets a huge upset win over the Packers at Lambeau Field. And Arizona, last two times they played Aaron Rodgers in the postseason, they were 2-0. Now they're 3-0 in the last three games against Rodgers in the postseason, and they keep their hot streak against him. Aaron Rodgers not really performing well against Arizona. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to like it, share it, and subscribe to it. And make sure to check out my podcast. It's SparkTalk, just SparkTalk without the gaming. It's the same as the YouTube channel. And thank you all again just for watching this video, just to spend time. The off season will be next episode. So just once again, just thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to it. Make sure you hit the bell to get notifications for the next episode. So I will see y'all in the off season.